Hey guys, Grotto1 here. So you guys remember that my radiator is getting kind of beat up on my Dune Buggy from crashing and stuff. So today we're going to build a kind of a roll cage for the radiator, and I've already started, and I've also relocated the radiator. So I'm going to show you what I've done so far, and we're going to continue a little bit with the fabricating, and you guys can follow along. But I've also lowered it. This whole front of the radiator on the top, it used to sit up above this part of the roll cage. It would sit up here, and you know, that was one of the big reasons why this thing was getting beat up. So anyways, it sits a lot lower now in the front there. In the back here I have to deal with the carburetor and the air filter and stuff, so a little limited to what I can do in the back, but it's primarily the front where I was having the problems, because that's where you know, as it would roll, that's where it would get beat up. But so what I did is I just took some flat plate and I bent it into an L shape, and I welded it on the bottom side here, bent it up, and then it's got a rubber bushing right there, and you know, so all four corners have that rubber bushing in there. And so the back here is just a straight piece, just comes straight up, and also with the rubber bushing. So now I'm going to show you what I've done with this tubing here. So there's a piece of new tubing. It's just kind of sitting there on the machine. It's not welded on, but I cut it and I've bent it, and you can see I notched the end of it a little bit there to fit the original roll bar a little better for welding. So it sits up kind of high, but keep in mind that I want to add this fan in there yet. So that thing is going to be protecting the fan and the radiator. So we're going to make up another one like this, and it's also going to have a couple of cross pieces, like be joining the two together, like maybe one here and maybe another one over here. And so let's get some work done here. So this is the pipe bender that I use. It's one of those cheapies you can buy, you know, like at Harbor Freight and stuff. So if you want to see how I use this thing, I made a video called Pipe Bender, so that's a ways back in my channel. Okay, so there's that second piece that we just cut and bent. So, and I put the notches in at the end. See how it fits the tubing nice. So now I need to mark where these pipes go, because I need to remove the paint there so I can put on a nice weld. I'll take off quite a bit of paint, you know, quite a large area, because if I don't go far enough, the paint just burns off anyways. Okay. So, and this is the tool I'm going to use to take that paint off with. Just a little kind of a fine disc on a die grinder. So what I also did here after I took the paint off is I kind of feathered the remaining paint back a little bit, because it's easier to do now than later when the other piece of tubing is in there. So anyways, let's build some cross braces now. Okay, so basically I got it done. I've got to finish up on some welding, you know, like here in this corner, and here I started. But yeah, so I'll finish up on the welding, and then it's going to need paint. And basically other than that, it's done. So the rad and the fan now, they drop out from the bottom. So this cage is now a permanent structure for this machine. You see how I've got the tubing? It's the same angle as that fan and the rad. See, and then it drops down on the bottom. And I put this extra curved piece up here just to protect the motor for the fan. So, oh, the tubing is still warm. Well, tell me what you guys think.